tarot readings. I need to get a water. Let me get a water. Nothing like introducing yourself by clearing your throat directly into the microphone. That always makes the best impression. So how is everybody doing tonight? We're Sunday night. Tomorrow's Monday. You know how that goes. Bartman, what is going on? Shavonia, hello, what's up? Atika and Ashley, hello, how are you doing? All right, let me get everything in order. Running late today, getting everything in order. Everything back in order where it should be. Let's see, click. And there we go. The brightness is up. It is a tarot party indeed. What is going on, everyone? How it was your weekend? Are you ready for another work week? Another work week. September Sun, hello. X Xena, hello. Crystal, what's up? Diane, hello. What is up? Wolf, how are you doing? All right. What do we got for questions? How's the Virgo feeling about me? Can I get a reading? X Xena, sure. Post your question there. Hello. How are you doing? All right. May I know who's coming towards me in love? Let's see. Does Stephen miss me? Does Stephen miss me? Well, there you go. What happened when I read other people's feet? You get a foot smell. You get that lovely foot smell. That's what happens. That is what happens. Okay, AM, how does the Virgo feel about me? Let us check that out. And does Stephen miss me? Everybody. All right. How does that Virgo feel about me? Where did it go? Well, that's AM. How does the Virgo feel about me? Do they like me anymore? Do they not like me anymore? What exactly is going on with the Virgo and me? There you go. I'm a Virgo and I like you. I mean, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Speaking of all that matters, though, we have another new card. It's the Queen of Swords. With the Queen of Swords, I'm going to add a mountain in the background. I didn't put the clouds here, but I'm going to add a mountain. So we got that cloth action, got the throne action there. So, I mean, there you go. It's the latest card, the Queen of Swords. Let's do the Thoth for this and check out the Thoth and hope for the best. Raina, what is going on? HX Shimsy, how are you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. It's Bree. Sure, throw out a question. Throw out a question. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Lisa, what is going on? Lisa says hello from Colorado. Well, hello back from Texas. We're neighbors. I mean, a couple of states in between, but we're neighbors. We're neighbors. I mean, that's where it's at. That's where it's at. Are Steve and I past life partners? We got two Steve questions. Steve is a popular guy. I'm just saying, Steve is pretty popular. What is going on, Paula? Welcome tonight. How are you doing? Are you ready for another Manic Monday? It is Manic Monday tomorrow. We got to start another work week because that's what we do. How does the Virgo feel? Well, as you notice, this is not right side up. It is upside down. Yeah. So I think the Virgo is in a place. The Virgo's in a place where they're sort of reserved at this point. Mina's Bookshelf. Hey, how are you doing? It's good to see you as well. Nice clouds on the Queen's Cape. Thank you so much. But yeah, I think that they are in a place now to where they're ready for stage 2. They're ready for stage 2. Now, what does that mean? I think they're ready for something a bit different. I think that they have the relationships that they know, things that they do, things that are coming around are sort of, sort of like the status quo. They really don't want that at this point. They want something a bit unique, a bit different. So I think that they're looking for something like that. Now, it's almost like that. Either have you had a beginning with this person before? Because we have a couple of things. It's almost like that this is a return to something, or you've known this person a while, or maybe it's a return relationship or something like that. But as far as the Virgo feeling about you, the sun says ultimately it can work out in some manner. Maybe not the manner that you're thinking. Maybe it's something completely different, but it's almost like we have a restart. And again, looking for something a bit different. We have the home card. We have we have all the sorts of stuff here as we come into here. So this is sort of the sheltered area, or sort of the castle to where we're inside of it. So I think they want to be in, again, something unique, something different. Now they're willing to give up some things in order to do this. In other words, they're pretty flexible about how they work, pretty flexible about how they go and whatnot. But overall, they're looking for something unique. And if you're not bringing that, you may have a difficulty sort of getting in there and scoring in the hoop, or, you know, whatever it goes there, whatever it goes there. So there you go. So yeah, this is the large one. Here, I can show you what the small one looks like. Okay. So this is the medium. This is the medium deck trimmed. So this is the medium deck trimmed. And as a size comparison, we can do the, as a size comparison, here is the Light Seers Tarot. So that's Light Seers Tarot, size comparison. Here is the medium standard size trimmed. And here is the jumbo size trimmed. So the jumbo, once you trim it, it ends up being about the size of the Light Seers Tarot. So if you want a normal deck size after you trim, then do the large. If you want a mini deck, do the standard. So you get, you know, it reduces down by one size when you trim it. Obviously, the borders are huge. The borders are huge. So if you're not quite prepared for that, if you get the standard size and you trim it, you get a little bitty, tiny little deck, you know? And size matters. Size matters. So you want to get the jumbo deck, just saying. Dolly, what is going on? Why? Hello. Crystal Davis, hello, how are you doing? And Ilda, hello, how are you as well? We got the whole team here. We got the entire team here. Why did Mr. A block me? Why do Mr. A block me? It's too big to shuffle if you don't trim it, indeed. You got to trim your thought. I mean, well, first off, you got to learn all the cards, obviously, first. Because otherwise, it's kind of awkward. It's kind of awkward when you put it down, and then you don't know what it means, you know? Why did Mr. A block me? You need supersized hands, indeed, you know? I got little tiny baby hands, so that, I mean, that's what's up. That's what's up over here as far as that goes. Now, why did they block you? Let's find out with the Encore Tarot. I do love the Encore Tarot, and we need to find out why they blocked you. Did you do something? Did you do something? Did you, you know, did you trim a thoth and a deck and then you posted it online and everybody got jealous? I mean, September Sun, that'll do it. That'll do it. If you start trimming decks and you make beautiful cards, and you make beautiful cards out of that, then everybody gets jealous and they block you. Everybody's upset about that. Okay, there is no list. By the way, I pick it random. So it's Bree. It's completely random. There's no list. So I'm going to look around and I'm going to figure out what question looks good to me at the moment. And then I'm going to pick that one. So there's no list. A lot of problems with a list. A lot of problems. I don't like the list, you know, and not a big fan of the list, I got to say. Okay, let's have some water and check out why did Mr. A block you. Looks like Mr. A moved on. I think Mr. A moved on. I think they blocked you because they moved on. You're saying some things they don't want to hear. That's the first thing. You're saying the things they don't want to hear. I don't know what that is, but they've moved on. They've seen things they don't want to see. So what has been seen cannot be unseen. And it's time to move on. They feel it's time to move on. The Lovers says they found someone new. They found a fresh partner. they found that beautiful freshness that we all hope for, you know? Red Moon, hello, how are you doing? So I think that they sort of moved on with this. The King of Wands, you know, the King of Wands, the Four of Swords. I mean, they're ready. They're ready for that. So one of the problems here is the two kings. We got the King of Cups and the King of Wands. They're both reversed. We're talking about that they've lost the ability to do what they want. They've had some challenges. And in order to get this back, they've moved on. They've gone into something else. They've gone into part two. They've gone into part two. So the Lovers is going to be the part two. When you have two kings reversed, you really feel a sense that it's time for some changes and we need to reevaluate what we currently have. Does that make sense that maybe they blocked you, but you didn't do anything? Does that make sense? Maybe they blocked you, but you know, you were just trying to be friendly or whatever. It doesn't make any sense. But a lot of times people do things that don't make any sense, especially when they're trying to move on and they're trying to do other things. They're trying to do, you know, their personality 2.0, 3.0, whatever, but it's definitely time for them to move on. You sort of see that with the kings being reversed. We have some challenges with power. We have some challenges with getting control over some things. They've been resting. They've been thinking about this. They've been concentrating on this, and they're really ready for something different. So that's why you have the blockage there. Does that mean they'll do it permanently? Maybe not. Maybe not. Of course, there's ways to get around the block, but you know, if you're going to get around that block, you may want to wait. You may want to wait. All right, all my wonderful mods are doing the Waterfall Tarot. You got 2 days. You got 2 days. If you love these cards, which I hope you do because I worked hard on them, you got 2 days. And then I'm going to print enough for the Kickstarter and about 20 extra, and that's it. So once I start using them on the stream, and you're like, holy crap, what is that? You know, that's going to be kind of a tough luck situation at that point. A tough luck situation at that point. Are Steve and I life partners? Will Steven reach out? We got two Stevens. You know, is that the same Steven for It's Bree and Xena? Wouldn't that be awkward? I mean, wouldn't that be awkward? What do you think? What do you think? If the two Stevens, if they're the same person, that would be really kind of odd. But let's see. We got life partners. We got Steven reaching out. What will come for me this summer? I'm moving in a couple of months. You know, let's go for the shimsy there. Let's go for the shimsy there. Let's go for the shimsy there. HX. Moving what's up? I'm moving. And what is going to happen? What is going to happen? I mean, I'm not saying that the same Stevens. I'm just saying it's kind of coincidental. It is. Y'all may want to trade notes. Y'all may want to get together and trade notes because, you know, you never know. You never know. There's weirder things have happened. Okay, funny story. Funny story. So I was in martial arts for like 10 freaking years. That's basically all I did with my life for like 10 years. So I had, during that time, a girlfriend, and I had to break up with said girlfriend. And this was, okay, I'm in this state over here. I moved, okay, we went to the martial art. We went to this convention. It was way over here in a completely different state, 2 states away. So I went to this convention and we went back to one of the teachers' apartment area, or his, you know, this area where he lived. And we were practicing outside because there's this beautiful pond. There's this beautiful pond there. And so we're in the back, we're practicing. It's after the convention, we're chilling out. And there's this lady on the other side of the, not the other side of the pond, but like this other area way, way over there. So I'm looking at this lady. I'm like, she looks really familiar. And so I get closer and I get closer and I get closer. And it's the ex-girlfriend from like 3 states away. It's the ex-girlfriend in the same complex as this teacher that lived. Anyway, So weird. I mean, that was the epitome of awkward. So you never know. You literally never know. So they're already trading notes. Allie, what is going on? Liz, hey, how are you doing as well? Oh no, the ex-girlfriend. She's 3 states away in the same apartment complex that I happened to be at the exact same time, at the exact same spot. It was really awkward. Okay, we're moving. Speaking of moving, hope you don't run into the ex-girlfriend, HX Shimsy. I'm just saying, hopefully you don't run into the ex. It's very awkward. That was the epitome of awkward. Anyway, 8 of Wands says, you know, we're moving. I don't think you're done moving. I don't think that you're done moving. I don't think that you're done moving. We have the 8 of Wands. We have this continued movement. I don't think where you're going is going to be fully satisfactory. It's going to be fully satisfactory. I think you're going to have some situation where maybe there's some other things. Maybe there's some stuff going on. Speaking of romance, we got romance right there. So I think the move is successful. I think everything goes okay. And I think we're okay with that. But again, I think you're moving again. This is not your last move. It's almost like something happened, something's awkward, or maybe the moving plans change. But the 8 of Wands says we have a continued movement. We have maybe a move 2.0. I don't know. But we have a continued motion involved here. Could that mean that we move and then we have to, so we have to scoot over a couple of blocks or something? It could be. Liz, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Could it be the 9 of Swords means we move, but it's not a good situation? Could we have new roommates who are a bit of a challenge? Could this place cost a bit more than we had originally expected? Could you meet the ex-girlfriend in some odd thing in a pond, outside? You don't know. You don't know. Something's happening where we have a continued movement, and there's something else going on with that. The 9 of Cups is sort of awkward, too. It's like that we meet someone when we get there. That is a possibility for a romance. I mean, it could be a situation where you have a bit of a romance. Maybe the romance goes sour. Maybe you move. Maybe you have a weird situation. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Shimsy, let us know. Let us know if you have an awkward ex story as well. If you have an awkward ex story as well. All right. Speaking of ex, Willie, talk to me about love in July. Let's find out about that. All right, you got some love in July. That's a good month for love. It's kind of hot outside. You get all worked up. Okay, let's see about that. Whoa, I pressed an extra enter key. An extra enter key. I think it's funny that Xena and It's Bree did check to make sure it wasn't the same Steven. You got to double check. You do. You have to double check. All right, speaking of double check, let us use the worst looking box of any tarot deck ever, the Victorian Romantic Tarot. Let's find out why. Maybe I'll write the company and say that's the ugliest box ever. Why? Just why? Why do you do this to me? I read with this every night. Why do you do this to me? There's still the possibility I could Photoshop it and just insert a better card. I mean, pretty much any card is... Okay, look. Even this card, a random card, is better than the card on the box. I'm just saying. Even that random card is better than the card that is actually on the box. So, I mean, I'm not bitter or anything. But I'm pointing out just the lack of color on that box, the lack of variety. The lack of anything on the box is decent. But anyway, so yeah, Liz, let's check it out. Are we going to have some love action? Are we going to have some heated love action in July? Are they going to talk to you about love? The 9 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the 4 of Swords, and the 9 of Swords, that is a lot of swords. I think you're going to get a lot of talking done here. We're going to get a lot of talking done without any doubt here. We have all swords. We have all swords. We're talking about the communication. We're talking about the initiation of the communication with the Ace of Swords. However, the 9 of Swords says that it's going to come after almost like some event, or it's going to come spontaneously, or it's not going to be something that you are quite prepared for. When somebody calls you, you have this expectation, right? So Liz, I'm going to call you and talk to you about love. So now you expect the conversation to go this way. You want it to go this way. I expect it to go this way because in my imagination, that's how it sort of turns out. Philippe, what is going on? Nisa, hello, how are you doing? I think it's not going to go this way. It's going to go that way. So the Nine of Swords says prepare for the contact to maybe go some unusual way you're not quite imagining quite yet. The Ace of Swords, though, does say we'll communicate. We're going to communicate a lot. What does that mean? It's easy for me to say. That may mean that we're going to have a lot of things worked out. A lot of things worked out in a very short period of time. That's sort of what you have with All Swords. All Swords says we're not going to sit and talk on the phone for 5 hours. Maybe not. But we could be in a situation. Ilse, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. We could be in a situation where you work a lot of stuff out very quickly. You don't need to talk for 5 hours. A lot of times, maybe there's an apology. A lot of times, maybe there's some deep communication that cuts through all the BS and goes directly to the end game. And I think sort of like the, Marvel's end game with the Avengers, right? Except you don't time travel. I don't think that's going to be there. No time travel. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say there's no time travel in this end game. And the Knight of Swords says that again, it's expedited. We move through quickly. We get stuff done quickly. And Liz, that's going to be good. That's going to be great, Because, optimized conversation is where it's at. Ilse, thank you so much. I appreciate that. When will my soulmate and I start a dating relationship? We want exact dates here. All right. Let's find out. IP. Soulmate starting up. We want a date. You can't time travel. Only thing, if I could time travel, I wouldn't buy the Muse Tarot. I'm going to go out on a limb. If I could time travel, I would not go and buy the Muse Tarot. Mina's bookshelf. And if I could time travel, I would go to Mina's bookshelf's blog about books. And I would have subscribed a long time ago. I'm just saying now. I'm just throwing that out there. We're throwing that out there. We're going there. Gemini, welcome back. How are you doing? All right, so we're going to the love screen. We got the Soulmate startup. Gemini is my true love forever. Or is it over? Ooh, that is very intimidating question there. Kuldeep, is the list open? Good news, Kuldeep, there is no list. I pick it random after I do donations. So we do donations first, which makes sense. If you threw a couple of bucks my way, you'd be like, where's my reading? Where's my reading, dude? What about my reading? So, and then we go pick it random because random is where it's at. We can get the funny questions like things like that. Gemini, thank you for your donation. Allie, thank you for your donation as well. There we go. All right. When is the Soulmate starting up? The Five of Wands says not soon. Ace of Cups is going to be a while. Okay. You want to actually start the relationship for a soulmate. I'm assuming that you don't have your soulmate now. I'm assuming you don't have your soulmate right now. That's kind of a given. When will you start? Not meet, but when will you start? I predict an emotional soulmate. And I predict it to be March of next year. Emotional soulmate. I think it's somebody that you meet online and they say something odd and then you go with it. You're like, for some reason, you're like, that's not funny, or that's sort of odd, or that's unusual. But then you decide to go for it and you don't really know why. You're like, okay, I'm going to respond to this. And it starts this path that you go down and you end up getting in a relationship. By the way, if you don't know what a soulmate, emotional soulmate is, there's not a link. Go down to my videos and search for soulmate. And I have a complete video of all the properties of an emotional soulmate. I think you're going to have an emotional soulmate. Wheel of Fortune says you're kind of stuck with them, which is pretty much where an emotional soulmate is. Again, it's like that they hit you up and they say something that normally you would, ignore, but you just reply and you're not sure why. Hey, that rhymes. Ace of Cups reversed again points to that. I didn't really think I was going to reply to that, but I did. Now I have an emotional soulmate, and you have these deep conversations. It's really kind of cool and interesting. I think you end up seeing each other and dating and all of that good stuff. It is sort of a long distance thing at first, but long distance can work out. But all long distance relationships have that awkward moment where you meet for the first time. You meet for the first time, and I think it works out because it is a soulmate. So there you go. So starting a relationship, again, 3 of 2021. That doesn't mean you won't talk to him before then, because you said starting a relationship. So there you go. I say 3 of 2021. Will I be able to visit family overseas this year? Mina, let's check that out. Let's check that out. All right, MB. Visit family overseas this year. Do they still have that weird thing to where they quarantine you now for like a month when you arrive overseas? I mean, inquiring minds want to know. Inquiring minds do want to know. Okay, let's get off the love screen. That's sort of awkward with the family. I mean, you love family, but yeah, a bunch of hearts around it. It's, it's kind of awkward. It's kind of awkward there. So we're going back to the regular screen here. And since everybody is going to ask, we're using the Shadowland Tarot, which is one of my faves. It does have that sharp edge to where it sort of digs into your fingers, but I mean, that's okay. That's okay. We can put up with that over here. Raina, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. How does my sister really view me? Well, you sure you want to know? Are we sure you want to know? Thank you for your donation, by the way. All right, we got a lot of reversals tonight. It is reversal night, indeed. Italy does have the quarantine. Kind of defeats the purpose of going sometimes if some people's got the quarantine. Annie Law, what is going on? So good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. It is Sunday night. Are you ready for the week ahead? It is supposed to pour rain here in Texas all week, which is good. I don't have to water the lawn. Okay, visiting the family, the star, the moon, the 8 of Wands. I'm going to say no. Visiting the family overseas this year, we have some problems here. 8 of Wands is the biggie. 8 of Wands is the motion card. Kitty Cat, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. So, Wolfity, thank you for your subscription. The 8 of Wands is a problem. That's the movement card. That's where I'm getting some action. That's where I'm hopping in. That's where I'm getting on that plane. That's where I've got the mask. I've got everything ready. I've got the money saved up. I got the passport ready, and I'm headed overseas to visit the family. But that is reversed. The 8 of Wands is reversed. It's not like we're getting there. The star being reversed as well. Another movement card, but it's sort of like a plan. Plans don't come together. Things aren't there. The moon says we still keep the hopes up. We still continue on with day-to-day stuff. We still keep preparations. We're still, maybe we're bumped out a little bit on the date, but we still have the preparations. We're still getting that on and getting that moving forward. The moon says we still have the day-to-day plans. We still have all of that action. And again, the tower being reversed. It's like we don't want to do that because of this reason. So there is a reason that you don't go. And the tower says we don't want to break down the tower. We don't want to disrupt things. We have, a bunch of different things happening. So we don't want to disrupt it. The tower says we're not going to be able. A lot of negative cards there for moving. I mean, in theory, they're not negative cards, but they're anti-motion cards. I mean, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Gemini, thank you so much. By the way, we got quite a few donations, so let's go to the queue and figure out where we're at. All right, we just did Mina's bookshelf. We're hopping on to Gemini right now. And then we have the drum roll later with Raina's sister. Is that going to be bad? I don't know. All right, Gemini wanted to get a reading. Okay, is my true love forever or is it over? Is it over? Well, hope it's not over. You need some good love in your life. I'm just saying. Is it over? Let's find out. The rain. I love the rain. I love the rain. It helps my dry eye, and the rain lets me save on that water bill, because that water bill gets pretty hefty when it's not raining, because we're in Texas. It gets pretty toasty over here. It gets nice and toasty, and they got water restrictions, so you only water for 2 days. So during those 2 days, you flood the lawn and waste a lot of water. I wish they would go to like a Las Vegas system where you could just plant gravel outside instead of a lawn. You know what I'm saying? Man, that would save a lot of money. That would save a lot of money. Wish I could do that, but I don't think the HOA would approve. I think they'd be pretty angry. They would, you know? That's how it goes sometimes. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Get some of that is it over action. Throw down an extra is it over card. There we go. Judgment. Oh no, Judgment may be over. Knight of Cups, it may not be over. Queen of Swords, it may be over. Five of Cups, it may be over. The Ten of Cups, it may not be over. I mean, Gemini, you know what? You know, I think it's going to be on and off. Look at this. Look at this. I think it's going to be on and off. This is the Mons Tarot version 2. Mons Tarot version 2. It's almost like it's on and off. It's almost like it gets really good. Gemini, it gets really good. And then it sort of goes into the crapper. And then it gets really good again, or it gets decent again. And then you have high hopes, and then you don't have high hopes anymore. I mean, it seems to be back and forth. And this is what you see across this reading, right? We have these beautiful cards. We have the Ten of Cups. It's like it has so much meat to it. It has so much possibility. You're really looking at all of this good stuff that is going to be happening if you could just work it out. If you could just work it out, that would be great. But, you know, and then you hit the Five of Cups with that disappointment, with everything sort of collapsing. Everything is not good. I almost feel like we've been abandoned. It feels like the communication is not there. Problems have begun. They've crept in. We haven't seen what we need from this. And then we have the Queen of Swords. We're going to have to retaliate. We're going to have to yell at them. We're going to have to get back and forth and just get it all out of our system, because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. It's back and forth. We need to figure this out. You're not working on it. You know, you're telling this person, you're not working on it, etc., etc., etc. The Queen of Swords, we got to get mean sometimes, because that person is just not where they need to be. And if they would just adjust, work with us, it would be okay. At least we think. And then we have the Knight of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups. The romance is there. We're reminded something, you know, some song on the radio, or they say something, or they look at you cute. You feel comfortable again. You feel like, why the hell didn't this work out? We got all this here. This is something decent. Why hasn't this worked out? And then Judgment. You say, all right, let's try a reboot. Let's try again. So basically, yeah, you have an on-off thing. We're going back and forth. We're all up in the air, and that's how it's pretty much going to stay. I mean, you know, and it's almost like that. You don't want it to be over. You don't want it to be over, and you see that all through those cards. Those cards are dripping. They're just dripping with, I don't really want this to be over. It has so much possibility. You know what I'm saying? It's like that dog that it's like 30 years. There you go. It's like the dog that you adopt, and you love that dog to death, but he eats your shoes. And every time you see your shoes all in shreds, you're like, I hate that dog. I'm getting rid of that dog. And then he comes and licks your face, you know, and just loves you and loves on you and sleeps with you in the bed. You're like, I love this dog. So, you know, that's how life goes sometimes. That is how life goes sometimes. I'm letting him go, but not what I want. Well, yeah. I mean, maybe not for long. Maybe not for long. All right. Allie, thank you for your donation. All right. Allie wants to know. Love life, future, and the future of Alex. Do I have a future with Alex, and what kind of guys? Okay, we have a throwdown. We have a throwdown. Love, all right, let me read. Love life, future, throwdown. We're having a tarot throwdown. On this side, on the left side, it's gonna be Alex. On the left side, we're having a throwdown. It is Alex on the left side. There we go. We need some, I need all sorts of sound effects for this channel. I'm gonna do that. HJ, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. Life to a cat again. Oh, okay. All right, we're having the ultimate throwdown right here. Okay, on this side of the ring, on the left side of the ring, we got Alex. So this is Alex right here. On the right side, we got the new man. We got the new one. What is going to happen here? What kind of action do we have for Alex? And what kind of action do we have for the newbie? Because we just don't know. Alex is looking terrible. Okay, Alex came out of the gate and just got hammered. Alex got absolutely hammered. So, yeah, we're starting off with the 3 of Swords. That's pretty bad. Okay, so here's what happened. The throwdown started. The bell rang. We went into the ring, and Alex got just cold cocked right in the face. With the 3 of Swords. I'm just saying, Alex got cold cocked right in the head and went down immediately because the 3 of Swords is a terrible way to start this off. So, if you're looking for Alex, you got a future with Alex. The 3 of Swords is a bad way to start it. The star says we could drag it out, though. We could drag it out with Alex. I think Alex is not a lost cause just yet. You're not really mixing well with Alex. You're not really mixing well with Alex in a lot of different ways. I think Alex has his own thing going. It's like Alex is way over there, and you're trying to catch him all the time, and you're not succeeding. You have to. We got some problems here. So, so the throwdown, Alex got cold cocked really hard. Can we mix this and say that Alex is destiny? I think maybe sometimes you're thinking about it. Sometimes you may be thinking maybe Alex is the destiny that you need, Maybe we can work it out. Maybe we can drag through. Sure, the dog may have chewed your shoes up, but it's a decent dog. But that 3 of Swords, I'm going to say that throwdown went quite poorly. It went quite poorly. All right, now we're on the new guy. The new guy, what will he be like, or what is he like? He's a fixer-upper. All right. The new guy is a fixer-upper. We got this part. We have this part. The new guy is a fixer-upper. He's been on some rough times. He's very hard to get a hold of. He's sort of like trying to catch a chicken. If you've ever been on a farm and they said, go catch a chicken, this is how the new guy is going to sort of be. He is a bit of a fixer-upper. He is going to be an earth sign. So look for this stability. Look for, a bit on the boring side in some places, etc. But yeah, you're going to need to do some a little relationship therapy or something to get it on. The fortress being reversed is a bit of a problem. It's a bit of a problem that we really wanted to see the sun upright on this particular card, because that sort of means we can get the stability there. He is an earth sign. Couldn't we get the stability there? Maybe not, because again, he's going to need some work. We've had some issues. He has some reliability issues. He has some commitment issues. It's going to be somebody where you're going to need to do that. You're going to need to do that. So, earth signs have some good and some bad. No offense to the Murrays. No offense. I love the Murrays. I'm all about the Virgos and whatnot. But, so, sometimes the earth signs need a bit of work. They need a bit of work. They're not relationship ready. You know what I'm saying? Like when you buy a new car, you expect it to be ready to go. You expect to put the keys in and drive off the lot with it. And when you find out the new car is not ready, because they haven't put the wheels on or something like that. That's sort of the feeling we got here. It should be new car ready. It should be drivable at this point, but it's not. And you're going to have to work on that, but that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, Alex, I would entertainment purposes only, but Alex looks pretty bad. Okay. How does my sister really view me? Really view me? Uh-oh, this could be bad. This could be bad. It could be bad. Raina, let's see about that. The sister, how do they really view me? Okay, you know, I'm not taking any responsibility here if this goes poorly. Let's get let's get some cards that would be decent for this. I'm thinking the pre-Raphaelite. The pre-Raphaelite. I have this obsession right now with painting, and this is a painting deck, so you know I'm going to use it. There it is, the pre-Raphaelite tarot. You know what I'm saying? Virgo men need some assistance. Well, this particular one is a fixer-upper. You know, you're gonna have to put up with a little bit of that. He will not chew your shoes. You don't know. You don't know. Some of those shoes are pretty tasty. We don't know what's gonna happen there. Anyway, how does the sister really view me? This could go really poorly. All right. Drum roll, please. If this is really bad, it's not my fault. I mean, it's not my fault. I'm just saying now. I am just saying now. Well, I mean, we got that imbalance feel immediately. It's like when you move, when you make decisions. Okay, from the standpoint, Jay, welcome. Hey, how are you doing? Feeling under the weather. Hope you don't got the COVID. I hope you ain't got the COVID. Jay, I hope you get better. I hope you get better, my friend. You're imbalanced in some of the things that you come across, some of the ideas that you have, some of the ways that you approach things, some of the things that you do seem out of balance. They think that maybe you could have done better. You could improve. You have a place to go that is going to be a little bit better in the decision-making category. So you may make decisions that they don't like, they don't approve of, and whatnot. The 9 says that we do have, you know, the family commitment. We do have that. But the queen says the sister is going to do what's best for the sister. If it's in your best interest, you know, it happens to be in your best interest too. Well, that's cool. But if it's not, well, the sister's going with their best interest. Allie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We got more Alex follow-up. There we go. But yeah, the 9, I mean, we have a couple of emotional things. They're going to do what's best for them emotionally. If that's going to be good for you, great. If it's not, tough luck. They're going to do what's best for them. They're in a position to where they're concerned about themselves. They want to do what's best for themselves. If that is contrary to what you think, again, we have that imbalance. Maybe you don't make right decisions and all of that stuff, but you know, there you go. But the 10, overall, they're family. Overall, family. If things went south, if things really went south, they're still family. The 10 of Pentacles is the family card. It is the ultimate family card. That means that, you know, you're still family. If things went south and it wasn't just an inconvenience, they'd be there for you. They'd be there for you. So there you go. So yeah, the 10, you're still family. They still got your back. It's okay. But yeah, they're going to do what's best for themselves. I mean, there's sort of like this selfish feel here, like they're not contributing what they need to contribute. They're not doing what they need to do to keep things working. So, you know, there you go. There we go. Thank you again for your donation. I just put cards on top of a box. Yeah, it's one of those nights. I just threw cards on top of a random box. I'm telling you, this Waterhouse Paintings, there is a site that teaches you how to do this. I linked it this morning or last night or something like that. Anyway, but yeah, it'll teach you how to do the Lady of Shalott and all of these Waterhouse paintings. And I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it as soon as I get done with this freaking waterfall tarot. It's taking me forever. Okay. Kitty Cat had a question. Kitty Cat, did you have a donation? I knew you asked a question like a year ago. like a year ago. Kitty Cat, did you have an actual question, or you just give me the thumbs up? I appreciate it either way. You're awesome as always. So you are a moderator. Let's see, I'll be able to find your messages pretty quickly here. Kitty Cat, haha, yes, wolf. And then you said be right back, and I'll see a question. Anyway, if you have a question, let me know. I appreciate you as always. Okay, in the meantime, let's go with HJ. Am I ready to open my heart to a cat again? You know what deck I'm going to use for this. You already know what deck I'm going to use for this. HJP. Is it cat time? Is it cat time? They got a stink on them. Okay. We got to use the Grimalkin Tarot for this one. I mean, I'm telling you now, we got to use the Grimalkin Tarot for this one. We have to. Only 2 days left on that stinking Waterfall Tarot. I mean, I am just saying. After I'm done with the Waterfall Tarot, I'm not making another deck ever. Never again will I make another set of cards. That is so much work. I might be convinced to do a Lenormand. I might be convinced to do a Lenormand in oil. One that looked really cool. It would have to look better than every other Lenormand deck that has ever been created, that has ever been made. And then I'll work on it. So I need to prototype it out if I'm going to do that, you know. But that is 78 cards is so much work. What about a Thoth type? I wanted to, Tash. I wanted to, but my God, that's a lot of work. That is so much work. I mean, we're talking like years it would take to do a Thoth one. All right, what's coming towards me? Kitty Cat, we'll get you set up in just a minute. All right, is it cat time? Is it cat time? The Ace of Cups says you could use the company. You could use the company. The Knight of Pentacles, though, says that maybe you're not quite ready at the moment. Not quite ready at the moment. You know, choosing a cat or choosing a pet is basically like choosing a life mate. You know what I'm saying? So you go out, you go to the shelter, and you visit around, and you talk to the cats, you play with the cats, and then you go. So this sort of says that you need a warm up. We need a trial run. You know how you have to like date a future partner? You kind of need to date the cat, not literally. Here's what you do, because we have a lot of sort of negative cards that say not right now, but then we have an Ace of Cups. It's sort of talking about falling in love. Now, here's how you do it. Lady Frida Harris was a genius miracle worker beyond anything I've ever seen in my life. So I'm not Lady Frida Harris. I'm like some loser that does cards on the internet. Here's what you do. You need to go to a shelter and walk the dogs and pet the cats. Every shelter in your area will say yes. I guarantee it. They'll be sure. I'd love for you to come by and pet the cats and do that stuff. So what you're going to do is you're going to get to know all the cats and all the dogs. You're going to walk a couple of dogs. You're going to pet all the cats. And if one of these cats just touches you like an emotional soulmate or something, you know what I'm saying? Just touches your heart. And that's where the Ace of Cups is talking about. Ace of Cups is talking about who or what is going to just touch your heart. So you're going to go and you're basically going to play with all the cats in any shelters around you. And if one touches your heart and you go home and you're still thinking about the cat, then you may want to go back and say, you know, that cat right there that I've been petting with the other cats, you know, I'm just addicted to this cat and I need this cat right now. So I'm going to go ahead and adopt. So basically you're dating all the cats. I mean, you know, and it's simple and it's free. It doesn't take a lot of time, and it's everybody will love you for it, and you'll feel good. Your heart will just glow with excitement because you know you're going to go there today. Because I walk the dogs at my shelter. And every dog knows me. They all know me. They all know what order I go. And when somebody adopts them, I'm like, that's good news that they got adopted, but I'm going to miss that dog. I am. You know, I get teared up sometimes. That's what happens. That's what happens in real life. Anyway, yeah, go check out the cats and see if one is your soulmate. And it may be. It may be. Okay, Allie wants to know about Alex once again. Alex once again. Yeah, you know, you just got to talk to the cats. And I guarantee there's going to be that one cat. You're going to be like, you're going to go home. You're going to be thinking about that cat. You're going to wake up and you're going to be, why am I still thinking about this stupid cat? All right. Did Alex get back with his ex? Let's see about Alex and the ex. I want to use something different. I want to use this one. I want to use this one. The Wildwood. The Wildwood. There you go. Let's see what happens with the wild. I would love a new Kipper deck. That is interesting. You know, I can't draw people, but if I figure it out, that would be great. Raina, thank you. Okay, Raina wants to know about the D. Raina wants to know about the D. Raina's texting the D, talking to the D, cuddling with the D, wants to know what the D thinks. We'll get your D here in a minute, Raina. We'll figure that out. In the meantime, let's find out if Alex hooked up with the X. With the X, the Six of Arrows. You know, I don't think so. The Six of Arrows, the journey. The journey and the Six of Arrows says, you know, no. I mean, no, I don't think they hooked up with the X. The Four of Arrows, it's almost like they're on a break or they don't want to deal with it. They're tired of crap. The Queen of Arrows, they're one of these bad places. One of these bad places where they're just angry all the time, maybe depressed, maybe upset, maybe in one of the positions. You ever been in a position in your life where you're just mad all the time for no reason? Have you ever watched Bill Burr on YouTube, the comedian? He's mad all the time. That's all he talks about. So you may be in that position. Maybe they're in that position. So the Queen of Arrows points to the Cruella de Vil, to where they're just upset. They're just upset. They're not pleased or not pleased with anything. They're taking a break. The Four of Arrows taking a rest. We've been stabbed with these arrows, but we are taking a rest. We're relaxing with it, right? The journey, meaning movement. The Six of Arrows, meaning moving from one place that may be bad to a place that's better. They haven't started that journey yet. They haven't started it yet. They need to, clearly, because we have two negative cards in between, but they haven't started it yet. So two movement cards, upside down, bookending the rest of the reading, says they haven't taken that step. And I do not think, based upon the cards that I see, that they hopped back in with the X just quite yet. Just quite yet. So there you go. All right, Jay, for the coming week. Here we go. All right, I still need Kitty Cat with what is upcoming. So we got Kitty Cat upcoming. All right. Then we got Jay upcoming. We got a bunch of upcoming. Then we got energies with a love life. Then we got Raina. So let's check out the queue. All right, we're doing Kitty Cat. We just did HJ, and then we did Allie, and then we're gonna do Jay. So we're doing Kitty Cat. And then we're doing J and a couple more there and a couple more there. Let's check it out with a wheel. I was spying the wheel a minute ago. I get all excited with the golden wheel. This is one of my best purchases I've ever made with tarot. And I can't believe that the pictures they post online, are so terrible for this deck that I didn't want to get it. I was like, that's too, it's washed out looking. I don't like it. And then, you know, everybody's telling me I need to get it. So I was like, okay, it's $20, whatever, I'll get it. Whatever, I'll pick it up. I'll go ahead, and I love it. It looks so good. It looks so good in person. It's like a Rembrandt. Rembrandt paintings supposedly glow in person, but they don't look that good on the TV. Just saying. Kitty Cat, what is happening? What's coming up? Strength. Seven of Wheels, of Kingdom Swords, the Six of Cups. Well, okay. All right. Strength is an odd card here because sort of what's coming up. Strength says that put up with some of the BS that you're getting because some people have a better meaning for it. They have a good intentions. We have good intentions, but bad implementation. And that's sort of what you're going to see coming up. Some people have good intentions, but bad implementations. So they do things that seem illogical. They don't seem like they're beneficial to you. They're running counterintuitive for what you're doing. Strengths just sort of put up with those because they have good intentions. And overall, it works out okay. Overall, it works out okay. It's not something... it's going to be drama-filled, it's going to be terrible or anything like that. They have good intentions but bad implementations. The Seven of Wheels, it's time to start investing in stuff. So maybe real life investing, could be investing in other people. It could be starting something that you've been wanting to start but you've delayed. But the Seven of Wheels says it's time to start planting for our future success. What does that mean? That means if you've always wanted to meditate, let's start meditating. There's no cost into meditating. Let's do that a few minutes a day. Let's get into that. If you're doing a spiritual journey, let's hop into there as well. If you're doing some investments, maybe now is the time to sort of do that as well. The King of Swords says it's also time to take advantage of some things that you have missed. A couple of things you've missed opportunities. You need to go back and maybe take one of those opportunities that you have missed. That's sort of important here. The King of Swords says, let's leap into that. Let's leap into that. Delilah, or Kitty Cat for Delilah. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, Delilah, let me know what your question is. Post that in chat. I appreciate you. So the King of Swords says, take advantage of some things that you have missed. Go back, figure it out. And if you can determine the right position, the right time, this is the time to sort of pick that up and run with it. The Six of Cups as well says it's time to get back to things that are fun. There's a lot of things missing from your life that are just fun. Insert them back in. Put them back in. The Six of Cups points to that. It's the children card. It's trying to get to that fun. It's trying to get to that enjoyment where you could just enjoy the moment. You can just do things for the entertainment purposes, the entertainment value, right? It's time to do some of those things. Bring more fun into your life at this point. I think that's going to be key in some of the upcoming things that you got. So there you go. Codependency quest. There you go. All right, Delilah, let me know what your question is. We'll throw that on the queue there. And in the meantime, there you go. Now Jay wants upcoming. We got a lot of upcomings, more upcomings. We could just switch the title to Jay upcoming. So what is upcoming for Jay? Find out about that. Delilah, Misty for Sunday morning reading. There you go. So Delilah, let me know what your question is. Kate, awesome to hear. Okay. Yeah. Delilah, throw out the question. We'll get you some cards thrown down. In the meantime, we'll use the Star Tarot for this one. Star 2.0 has that beautiful, beautiful thing going on there. The beautiful thing going on there. What is JC's movement towards me in the future? Check that out, Delilah. Thanks for hanging out with us. By the way, Kitty Cat, thanks for your donation. Throwing it Delilah's way. Earthquake. Paula, you have a lot of earthquakes over there. I assume that you don't have a tarot tower. You know, Paula, if you build a tarot tower, you're going to need to make it out of stone. Because the earthquakes over there, if you make it out of something that's not stone, you're probably going to be shaking cards all over the place, picking up cards by the dozens. All right. So what is upcoming? The Six of Swords says, don't take that trip. Don't take the trip. Look at your painting on Discord. See him. Now, I will look at it tomorrow morning when I'm working. I will look at it. Let's see. What do you do with tarot decks you choose not to use anymore? I don't know. Six of Swords says, don't take that trip. Don't do it. Don't do it. Jay, don't take the trip. The Six of Swords is warning you not to take that trip. Strength says, the Muse cards. Yeah, I hate the Muse tarot. Okay. Yeah, Six of Swords don't have that going on. Don't do that. Strength says you're going to be able to take the trip some other time, or Strength says there's some other opportunities coming up. that may be related to that. So if you do get a offer for a trip, if you do get an offer, maybe a quick vacation, maybe we can throw down with a couple of our friends and take a quick trip. Maybe is not the time to do that. Strength says we're going to be able to do that some other time. So after maybe the COVID is over, after things are clearing up, after we're looking pretty good for the conditions and things are maybe getting better, then it's time to sort of plan something like that. But the summer vacation may not be the summer vacation you have dreamed of. The strength says have some patience with that. Just like we have some patience with holding the snake and the tiger, and the lion and all of that other stuff. I mean, there you go. All right, the Four of Cups reversed says, try not to be, as we have upcoming events happen, try not to be indecisive about it. Ilse, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. When are my soul... okay. All right. So the Four of Cups says, don't be indecisive in the next few months. Don't be indecisive. Make a decision, make a good decision, and stick with it. Don't think about the grass is greener, or maybe I made a bad decision. Maybe I did something stupid. Don't think about any of that. You need to make some good decisions. You need to make them quickly coming up in the next few months. It's going to be important to you. So there you go. So that, I said upcoming week, but I'm expanding it a little bit. I'm expanding a little bit because we have some expansion stuff here, including strength and whatnot. The Knight of Pentacles, though. The Knight of Pentacles says that an offer that you're going to get looks promising. It looks like something I may want to dive into, but you want to rethink it. So it's like we have a trip offer. You want to rethink that. You want to sort of analyze that a bit deeper than you had anticipated. And you have almost a business offer. It could be a new position that is opening up that you hear about. It could be a job offer that's coming up. It could be somebody has some nifty idea, whatever you want to do. It could be somebody needs some help with their business or whatever. You want to rethink this and definitely research that and get in there hard and figure out how that's going to go before you dive into it. Anyway, Jay, good luck with all of that. So I did expand that a bit. I figured you want an expansion. You want readings on steroids, a week is just not all encompassing enough to do that. Shay Queen, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. And Kristen, thank you for your donation. We're going long tonight. Speaking of long, Raina wants to know about the D. Okay. But before that, we have Natalie. Natalie, what energies surround my love life? Let's check that out. Natalie, NT. What energies surround my love life? Are they good energies? Are they bad energies? We're running out of decks. We're doing so many readings, but that's okay. I'm up to the task. I got 80. We can do 80 readings. If we need. Jay, thank you. You answered the exact question I had. Well, that's good, Jay. See, Jay, you're feeling under the weather, but we cheered you up. You came in to be cheered up, and we delivered. We got one question before the D. We got a little bit to go before the D. Everyone's getting all excited. Raina's got everyone excited around here. I'm just saying. All right. Okay, let's figure this out about what energies are surrounding my love life. We may be using all 80 decks of cards tonight. We don't know. The world says it's not very expansive, that's for sure. It's not going the way that you want it to go. It is not going the way that you want it to go. The world being reversed, not exactly the thing. The Queen of Cups says you're sort of in between a few things. We're in between a few things. We're not exactly where we want to be, but we don't exactly have the path in front of us to where we want to go. So, there you go. We don't have the path in front of us as to where we want to go. The Six of Wands says that it's going to improve. Things are going to pick up. The surrounding energies, the energies in your love life are going to pick up. I think actually soon. I think within the next 3 weeks, they're going to pick up. Some interesting things are going to happen in the next 3 weeks. The Eight of Pentacles says that there's some work involved to get these things going. It's not going to be a freebie where you're sort of hand delivered a lottery winning or something like that. But the Eight of Pentacles says there's some work involved, but you're up to the task. I think that you have these opportunities coming in the next 3 weeks. We're going to have some opportunities coming with this. The Six of Wands says things are going to get better. Things are going to get improved. And the Queen of Cups, you do have that feel of you take everything very emotionally. If it's emotional hit, you take it hard. If it's emotional high, you ride it. You love it. So that is sort of the feel that we have within the, within the little love life and the love life future. Again, look for it 3 weeks. I think you got some interesting things happening with that. Speaking of writing, Raina wants to know about the D. How did D feel about my text? All right. Raina's got something going on over there. Let's see. How did D feel about my text? How did the D feel? Let's find out how the D felt. All right. Let's check out that. And what's a good D feeling deck? I'm thinking the Dark Mansion. The Dark Mansion would be a good one for this. I think that would be excellent. There you go. All right, let's check it out. The Big D. Dallas, Texas. The Big D indeed. Yeah, Raina got us all excited. I mean, Raina's got the hype. Raina's got the reading hype up in here. I'm just saying. Got the reading hype. All right, Delilah, what was your question? We've had 10,000 messages in chat, and I think it actually scrolled out. Does anybody remember Delilah's question? She's up next. She is up next. And chat is literally hopping, mostly because of Raina. But that's okay. Let's see about the D. How does the D feel? The D, the Nine of Pentacles. How do they feel about a text? They're not really, I think that you surprised them a bit. You surprised them a bit. And I don't think they were don't think they were maybe ready for it, or they had some anticipation for it, or something happened where they weren't quite ready for it, right? You sort of have this surprise. The Page of Swords, the spy, pointing to adjusting to your text, adjusting to the news, or adjusting to the information that you provided. We're trying to get that. We're going to be able to do it just fine. We're going to be able to adjust to it just fine. The Seven of Swords, however, says that we do have some ramifications from this. It's like we need to respond. We need to respond. Will they respond? Maybe not, but they feel that they need to. They need to respond. It's very important for them. The Seven of Swords is sort of hopping to that, right? The Nine of Pentacles, though, says that, overall, I think it's going to be a steady. Overall, I think it's going to be steady, but we're going to have to adjust to this new information. This Page of Swords says we're going to be able to do that. The Seven of Swords says that maybe this is something I want to engage in. Maybe this is something, an offer or something, or some news that, is sort of interesting, sort of exciting somewhat, but they're still sort of processing it. So they're still thinking about it. They're still processing it. The Knight of Pentacles says they're going to be okay. They're going to be stable with it. The Page of Swords says maybe it was surprising. You said you shocked the hell out of them. Okay. So the Page of Swords says they're going to be able to accommodate that and adjust to that. It's not going to be that bad. And the Seven of Swords says they feel they need to respond. Very important for them to respond to this. Even if they didn't immediately, they feel there's like, oh my, I need to respond to this quickly. So there you go. There you go. All right, Delilah, what is JC's next movement? Thank you, Wolf. I appreciate that. So what is JC's next movement towards that? Let's go over here and, let's get something different. Let's get something different. Not the Muse, for sure. The Wizard's Tarot. We're like a good friend of mine. I miss her. There you go. There you go. Kitty Cat wants to know about Delilah, who wants to know about the... So where'd it go? I'm looking. What does my ex feel about me? Jenny, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. We got to get in the last ending. We got to get the ending soon screen here. Okay. Let's see. Tash said, and then Wolf said, Delilah, what is JC's next movement? Let's check that out. All right. D, what is JC's next movement? Is that going to be something that they're going to be moving on or what? By the way, the Q, in case you're wondering, we are on Kitty Cat. We did Raina's D, then we're doing Kitty Cat, and then we're scrolling down the line. We're scrolling down the line. I love that Q. I love that Q. I mean, I'm just saying, I love that Q screen. I'm glad I implemented that because a lot of times people are like, I have no clue where I am in on that. Michelle, thanks for joining the stream tonight and your donation. Appreciate that. We'll check out Lamont here in a few. All right, you got like 4 ahead of you. So sorry about the wait, Michelle. If you be patient with me though, we can get some action on here. Get some action on here. So Delilah wants to know what are the JC's next movement towards me. I mean, it's not going to be serious and it's going to be delayed. It's not going to be serious and it's going to be delayed. I think they got some games. We're in it for the games. Mona, welcome. What is going on? We're in it for the games at this point, it seems. The Hierophant being reversed. The seriousness is out. The games have begun. The games have begun. I think that they want to get on top of the situation, no pun intended. I think they want to get on top of the situation. The Six of Wands, they want to be successful. They want to feel successful. They want to feel empowered. They want to be, you know, the one that has control over a lot of these aspects in here. Raina, thank you. How does Secret feel about my text? Thank you, Raina, for your donation. Appreciate it. All right. So the Six of Wands says it's time for the games. Let the games begin. Let them start. Because it is time to start them. Why did I say games? The Ace of Wands. It's like they don't really want anything serious here. They want to go back and forth. They don't want to start any action. They don't want to start something. They don't want to get in serious. They don't want to get in 100%. The Ace of Wands is like they're just going in circles at this point. The Chariot. Again, we have another non-motion card where the motion is just not happening. The motion is not there. The movement is not there. We're having delays. We're having things. But the Six of Wands, they want success out of it. So let's play some games. Let's go back and forth. Let's see what they do. Let's see what Delilah says. Let's find out what happens next. It's going to be fun. Maybe not for you, but maybe for them. I don't know. But the games have begun. The Olympics officially have begun. We have started out. We're starting that. We're starting that full steam. Starting that full steam. The Hierophant, let's not get serious. Let's not go anywhere. Let's not do any real movement with it. But let's, you know, let's play around. Let's play around and find out what happens when the games begin. All right. DYB, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. All right. Itzy wants to know, when will my soulmate and I meet? I said 3 of 2021. Itzy. Okay, 3 2021. Relationship starts. When meet? When will we meet? All right, let's throw down. Let's throw down and get that done. Oh, yeah, we're literally running out of tarot cards at this point. All right, let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. I think this is a nice one. You know, I say every time I say that this was one of my first decks, the Dreaming Way Tarot. The Dreaming Way Tarot. You know, that lady that liked my arms, she never came back. That's kind of funny. So I had someone come in here and say that I had a nice arm or something. It's kind of awkward, but you know, whatever. But anyway, yeah, she never came back. I don't know what was going on. I guess she just didn't want to see the arm anymore. You know, she got too much arm. She got too much arm. She was like, all right, you know, I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. That's a lot of arm. So there you go. Okay. When will we meet? Let's come up with some digits. Around Christmas time. Around holiday time. Let's put your last name. Yeah, around Christmas, holiday time, you end up meeting. Again, you end up meeting because they message you something that's odd. And then you're like, you know, That's kind of odd, but let's go with it. Let's go with it. Raina, thank you for your donation again. All right, how do I feel about my text? All right, so yeah, sort of go with it, sort of figure it out. But yeah, you sort of get the message that starts around Christmas time. Again, it's sort of this unexpected thing. Somebody hits you up. Normally, you would just hit delete. We hit delete, but you don't hit delete. You go for it. You go full steam with it, and you don't really know why. You hit reply, and then you're like, maybe I shouldn't have hit reply. Maybe I shouldn't have hit reply on that. But yeah, I think Christmas time. I think Christmas time. Mina, maybe start showing the rest of yourself, and she will be back. Well, okay. Let's see. I show my elbow. There's my elbow. So now you don't just see my arm, you see my elbow as well. Now you have a full picture. You almost have the whole arm at this point. Pretty exciting. I mean, I kept it PG-13. I kept it PG-13 in here. Valentina, welcome. What is going on? Raina's just sending out all the texts, just throwing them out there and hoping for the best. All right, does my ex does the ex miss me, or do they not care at all? Let's figure it out. I'm literally running out of tarot decks. Let's see, what do we got? Do the Hermetic. Hermetic is gonna be good for this one. Does the ex miss me, or do they care? We need to find out with the Hermetic tarot. Let's turn that off. There we go. All right, no need for sorries. There you go. See, I showed the elbow. Could be. Maybe she will return immediately. You don't know. Got some of that elbow action. We don't know. All right. Does the ex miss me or not? What is happening with that? The Chariot doesn't look good. The Knight of Swords looks pretty good. The Ten of Cups looks... I think they do miss you, but they don't miss some of the circumstances around their relationships. They don't miss circumstances around the relationships. There's a lot of pieces that they do miss, a lot of pieces that they want to get in, a lot of pieces that they want to start up and get going. But, the Knight of Swords says they do miss some aspect. The Ten of Cups says they do miss some of the good points, or some of the good pieces that are within the relationship, the good memories that are coming in there. The Chariot, though, says they're not willing to take that action to return. We don't really want to take that action to get the full return. The Chariot, I don't want to move. I don't want to get into the movement. I don't want to get into that action that could be a bit risky. The Knight of Swords, they sort of thought about it. Maybe they just don't want to go full steam with that. The Queen of Wands is a good multitasker. And when this is reversed, you're sort of pointing out that they may not want to multitask something else with the things that are already going on in their life. So they may not want a couple of different complexities with what's already going on. Maybe what's already going on is too much. It could be some problems with that. But they do think about you. They do. The Ten of Cups is a very good card for that. Are they willing to take some action? Are they willing to leap back in? It looks like that they're busy with other things. They're not good with multitasking type that thing. So there you go. But I mean, they do. The Ten of Cups, they like the good point. They miss some of the good points when it comes around to that. There you go. All right, Tyler's thoughts and feelings. Let's check that out. All right. Whoa. Tyler's thoughts and feelings. Let's check it out. Ask T.O. What's going on? See, you're going to model in your pajamas. I don't wear the pajamas anymore. I switched to shorts. Because it's 94 degrees in Texas. So we got the shorts action. I don't think you want to see the hairy legs. I think that's a bit much. That is a bit much for the stream. That you don't really want to go there, There you go. Oh, look, Raina's getting into the baby pool. We got July 24th, Delilah. Raina, July the 27th. And I was August the 4th. I mean, I'm just saying. We got to know. This is important information. We need to know. You got to come back and let us know. Okay. Let's figure this out. What are Tyler's thoughts? Are Tyler's thoughts good, bad, or indifferent? The devil. Oh, my. What is the the thoughts, the Ten of Swords and the devil. I don't think they're good. I don't think they are good. I don't think this is something that you really want to dive into 100%. Maybe not diving into 100%. The Ten of Swords and the devil combo is just not a good one. It's just not something that's going to be good for you. So Tyler's thoughts, the Ten of Swords, devil combo is bad. The Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, they're avoiding for a reason, or they're doing things for a particular reason. So there's nothing accidental with this person. They have a strategy out there. They're doing things for a particular reason. They know what it is. They want to get things done. And, a lot of sort of action within that, or things within that as well. So there is purpose in what they do. There's purpose in what they do, but the thoughts and feelings are not good right now. Not something where you definitely want to get into that. The Ten of Swords, the devil, is a huge red flag when that combo sort of comes up. And there you go. There you go with the thoughts and the feelings. All right. Not the best read for thoughts and feelings, but maybe there's some history. Maybe there's something going on. Maybe they have something going on that could be unexpected. We will see about that. All right, Jenny wants to know Lamont's feelings for me. Let's check that out. All right. No, he's being manipulative. Well, there you go. All right, Jenny, love reading. Love reading for the near future. So he's being manipulative. I would say so. The devil does indicate that. I mean, the devil indicates that. The Ten of Swords indicates that they're doing it for a reason. So they're introducing the devil. They're introducing the extras. They're introducing some different things. And I don't think it's for your best advantage, Kristen. I don't think it's for your best advantage, basically. There you go. All right. But entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. Yes, Shay Queen said that doctor said her due date was August 8th. August 8th was the doctor due date. There you go. So that was the due date, the last info I had from when she was here last time. Okay. Let's see about that for love life for the near future. There you go. The devil's not always bad, but when it's around that Ten of Swords, ooh, that kind of hurts. That hurts. I mean, if the devil's next to the Two of Cups, maybe not so bad. Maybe a little spice in there. But yeah, Ten of Swords, that's a finality card. That's the series finale. All right, love reading for the near future. The Knight of Cups says that in the Empress, I think that you have a relationship coming. I think that you have a relationship opportunity coming. I don't think it goes anywhere. The Ace of Swords, Eight of Swords, being reversed says that it's almost like it's okay. It's pretty good. It starts out well. It has a lot of good possibilities. It has a lot of action that could be there, that could be some good opportunities. But the Eight of Swords says, upside down says that it doesn't really go anywhere. Now, the Empress says, again, we have a pretty good feel. We have a pretty good feel for it. In other words, it feels like it has some possibilities. It feels like things are going well. The Knight of Cups are not exactly the best in the romance department. The Knight of Cups is a beautiful romantic card. It is a very romance series, romance feel card. And when the Knight of Cups is reversed, you just get this odd feeling that it's building up, but it never quite peaks. It never quite gets to where you want to go. Again, it sort of just falls off the edge. And the Hierophant says that we have a lot of good possibilities for this. I think it is going to be, drum roll please, an air sign. But I think the air sign is too all over the place. It's too all over the place. But yeah, so you do have an opportunity. I do think it comes out to be something pretty cool, something pretty adventurous, something pretty fun. but then it just fizzles out, doesn't go in the places that you would always like it to go. All right, Michelle, what are Lamont's feelings towards me? Let's check that out. And then we'll do, I do have a hard stop in 8 minutes. So we'll do DYB and Raina. We'll do both of yours in a separate video either tomorrow, or we'll do a jump in the first of the stream there. Okay. All right. Michelle, what are Lamont's feelings? Let's check that out. See how that goes. All right. Oh, Lamont's feelings. What would be good for that? We'll try out we'll try out this. We'll try out this with the Bonefire Tarot. There you go. I want to bet some dollars. Yeah, I think we need to get into the pool. I think we need to get into the baby pool and, you know, put some money down. Put some money down here and throw it down. See what's going on. I'm sticking with August 4th. I predicted August 4th. Before I knew that before she said that August 8th was the doctor's thing. So, I mean, I was very close. I was very close. All right. So let's check that out and see. Speaking of very close, hopefully we're close on this read as well. Michelle wants to know what are Lamont's feelings towards me. The Strength, the Moon, the Hierophant. All these cards are just popping in and out today. I think that they have some intentions. They have some intentions. They're not quite ready to act on them just yet. They do have some good intentions. Ace of Wands says, I want to get moving on this. I want to get started. I think this could be something that has some potential going on. Not quite ready to move on it, though. Not quite ready to move. The Moon says they sort of like things as is. They like things as is. So if you have a connection right now, maybe they like that as it is. If you have other things going on, maybe they like that as it is. But overall, they just have this feel of, I want to get started, not right now. Again, it could be something where they do it later. It could be a good reason they do this. I don't see like this particular reason that they wouldn't want to get started right now. I just see delays. They like the situation as is. They will eventually get started with something. They wouldn't mind getting started with something, but Strength says that we have a delay. It's like a universal delay card when we're in it for some expectations. It says have some strength, hold up, keep steady, and feel, you know, that in your intuition will tell you sort of where it's going to pick up or where it is going to go for there. There you go. Anyway, but yeah, you know, just have that strength, have that delay. And they like it as is, and hopefully they will get started on that later. All right, we'll do DYB and then Raina. We'll make you a separate video tomorrow. I got a hard stop in 5 minutes. But thanks everyone for joining me. I'm here every single night. I'm here every single night for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, I'm here every night. So if you want to read, you know where to come. You know where to come. All right, DYB wants to know any good news for the profit nonprofit in the next 2 weeks. They will get Raina's questions out there tomorrow in a separate video. Okay, let's see about that. 7 of Swords, Death. I mean, I do think that you have something in the next 2 weeks. I don't think it's going to be anything big. I think that it's going to be something that you're sort of moving into the next phase of an opportunity that you had. So the opportunity they had before, it didn't quite work out. I think it's going to come back and you're going to have some opportunities with that. Death says that opportunity is coming back. The 7 of Swords within death or near death points to a reboot of the opportunities. Raina, because I want to get you a good read and I don't want to do 2 reads in 5 minutes. That's not fair to you. Okay. So yeah, but Strength says the universal delay. The universal delayer of Strength is sort of after this, but you do have an opportunity coming back that you had before. I think it's something that you end up accepting. The Knight of Wands, it's sort of this relief or this good thing that comes out of it that you're excited about a little bit, but again, sort of minor. It's not like a huge deal, but there you go. There you go. Anyway, So I'm putting all the guesses on a chart. No, I'll just remember. Under Delilah's the 24th. So you got one on the 28th. We got the doctor says August 8th. I said August 4th. I mean, we'll just go with that. We'll go with that. Anyway, thank you for joining me tonight. We'll see you next time.